Alright guys, we're talking about glazing here. We have a lovely clay project and a lot of different glazes. What we're trying to do here is coat this with the shiny awesomeness, but we have a problem. Like this color right here. This looks like a weird purpley pink color. The problem is, it's not. It's actually dark blue. And it says dark blue right here. It also says on the lid. Don't go by the lid though, because they might get mixed up and then all of a sudden you're painting, you're like, I want dark blue, but then it really is purple. You gotta watch out for that. So read the actual bottle and make sure you know what color you're going for. The glazes are all organized in separate bins by color, by the color they're going to come out with. If they're not out, then they would be right in here and right up here in the top of this table or those cabinets. This right here is the key. That dark blue that we were looking at is actually this dark blue, and it actually says dark blue. It's labeled, it's like a key or a legend. If this is not out, it's usually under the back table over there where all the printmaking stuff is. Let's see what else. We have newspapers. If this isn't out, it's usually underneath this back table. We have newspaper. You just need one piece. That's all you need. It's for accidental drips. So I put the project on here for an accidental drip. We're trying not to paint mustaches using glaze on the ladies in the ad papers. That's just a waste of glaze. You just spent like $2 to $3 on one of these things that we can't even put in the kiln. The crazy mustache isn't going to be able to be fired. The paper's going to start on fire. Each one of these jugs is about $30. So don't waste it painting all over the place. It's just for accidental drips. That goes to mention, if you are going to be glazing the majority of your thing, your project, with one color, don't use this brush. It's going to take you 5 years. So you'd probably step up and use a larger brush. This right here, these are called the bristles of a brush, and it's the only thing that should get glaze on it. Not down into the metal, not all the way into the jar. That's crazy. So it's also a waste of glaze. Make sure it's only the bristles. And the idea here is you need to do 2 coats. You need to do 2 coats of every color. If you use white or gray, maybe 3 coats because it's a little thin. And what happens is, if you do too many coats, it runs down the side and then goes onto the bottom. The only place you shouldn't glaze is the bottom, because it'll stick to the kiln and I'll have to use my big hammer to get your project off. But if you put too many coats, it'll start running down the side and go to the bottom. I get to use my hammer again. We got the glaze colors, 2 coats. We got the bristles. The idea here is you need to coat everything. No white spots whatsoever. If you want something white, actually glaze it white or clear. Look at the difference in the colors. Clear's a little off-white. We just have to make sure when we clean up, we have to wash the brushes out really good with warm water. And in between colors, do your 2 coats. If you wash it out with warm water, because we don't want to mix colors. If we mix colors, it turns into a lovely shade of bleh. It's like this weird chemical reaction between the liquid glass, and it turns into bleh. And you're like, bleh is my favorite color. No, it's not. You don't even know what bleh looks like. And the difference between the 2 combinations is a different shade of bleh. Like 50 shades of bleh. So stop it. Don't mix colors, and if you don't wash the brushes out enough, it's like mixing colors, it'll make a weird thing. So you need to actually plan out where your colors are going to go. So we'll clean up, everything's got to be on, the lid's got to be flat and tight. When we clean up, newspapers, if they didn't get too dirty, can fold it up, we can use them again, otherwise recycle them. These need to get put back away, this goes back. This goes under the table, this goes under the sink, our projects get put away. Does that make sense? Good luck, guys!